Hello everyone, welcome back to Dr. Alejandro's lab. Today I just want to give an update on the Anomaly Power Minigun Technomancer build. Now, when I did the last video, basically less than an hour afterwards, after the video went up, the patch hit, and the nerf happened, which was messing with the stacking, with the Massacre mod, which is the one that gives you the Anomaly Power as you kill enemies with a minigun. You can still actually make use of this. I've learned in some of the expeditions. It kind of depends. This mod is still bugged in two ways that can happen at different times. One is sometimes you pull out the minigun, and for some reason the stacking doesn't occur. No matter how many enemies you kill, you're not actually gaining damage. And you have to basically toss the minigun away, run around until it comes back off cooldown, pull it back out, and it's great at that point. The opposite bug that I've seen, which is the one that I love, is sometimes if you kill enough enemies in a short period of time, the stacks can get a little bugged, and they will last longer than 3 seconds. I think some of the stacks will still only last 3 seconds, but you'll actually still hold a huge amount of damage and anomaly power for longer than the 3 seconds that it's showing. One other thing I want to show is, in the comments of my last build video, somebody pointed out that Petrium Mobile is a perfect mod to have on your weapons for using the minigun build. Because as long as it's on your weapon, it transfers over to the minigun as well. So if you kill an enemy while you're 35% or less ammo, you instantly replenish your magazine and go back up to 320 bullets. Happens around 100 bullets, and it's awesome. It allows you to actually keep the minigun out for entirety of fights instead of actually having to finish killing stuff, run around a bit, wait for cooldown, pull it back out. It's amazing, and now have it on all my weapons. One thing I'll show you why this build can be actually super tanky. At the moment, we are sitting at 66.2% damage reduction, 50% resistance. Pull out the minigun. Now, we just barely missed the physical damage reduction cap. This is also because my max wearable level is 46, but I'm still on average level 44 because while I've done CT10, I haven't gone above it. I'm trying to farm up some stuff so I can upgrade my gear, increase the levels so I can keep everything moving. So with the minigun out, you're still hitting pretty good stuff. The biggest thing is, for 5 seconds after using Fixing Wave, because of the mod, we are able to hit 100% resistance. Normally, you'll be able to hit 85% the damage reduction cap, no problem, even with just regular armor on, but I haven't had a chance to raise up my item level yet to match my max wearable item level. So my stats got dropped down a little bit there. But now we are going to jump into a couple expeditions. There are some expeditions where this build works perfectly. So let's go ahead and jump on into one. I'll point out the couple that work really well. And we'll just go and show you how all this ends up working out. Alright, here we are. Currently we're in the Outriders of Enoch, which is one of the ones where this build can actually work really well. Just because this location is fully monster enemies, not any humanoids. So overall, you can do a lot with this. One of the biggest things is once you start a fight, because the minigun moves so slowly, I do tell people, start moving your way, pull out the minigun, and start moving your way over to where the exit is. You have less movement to do afterwards. But minigun still rinses through all these enemies, it can go super fast, and we're still actually able to get a decent amount of damage boost. And it's holding pretty well, too. Like, we're actually still holding well above 10k damage a bullet, and once we get below 100, or around 100, we will be able to instantly refresh our entire magazine, which is essentially just perfect for this. And our tankiness means we can just stand here. We have all the skill leech, which just destroys all this stuff. Hitting over 20k with the brood mother down there. Trying to finish that one off quickly so I don't have to deal with it. Enemies got in the way. Alright, brood mother down. One issue that I've seen is because you're fighting from the hip, you have issues with cover in some maps, so what can happen on some of these are the bodies of enemies that are decaying can actually block some of your bullets for like a second or two. That ends up being a little bit annoying. But you're able to see like how much damage these bullets are just doing to the enemy still. Even with the nerf, because for some reason the bug is kind of counteracting the nerf a little bit in some areas. It doesn't always work, but when it does, I'm super, super happy. And now we just have, like, stupid damage. Now it's just a matter of actually just getting all the enemies around, hitting them, and they all will just die super quick. I need them all to actually come up to me. Come here. Ah, here we go. Now they're all together. So you saw there, a bunch of bullets got blocked by the dead body. That's the one, like, really annoying thing that I've seen happen a few times. You have to move around a little bit to sometimes finish killing some of the enemies. Only downside is we're going to lose this damage once we go through. Alright. Because you move so slowly when you have the minigun out, you have to drop it when you go in between areas, or you're not going to have a good time. So you're going to waste so much of the time in the game. So you drop it, and now we're going into the last area already of this place. So we still have plenty of time on our gold timer. We have a few fights in here. We got one fight area, and then a bunch more elites will start spawning out. One or two others where it can work, but it's definitely not a favorite. Alright. Start rinsing. Alright, we are getting good damage here. Come on, you're all getting in my way. I can't see a thing. Oh, I did kill an enemy. Restock the ammo. Even these Strixes just die. Once you've stacked up some damage, all the enemies just fall right down on you. There, what else? Ah, there we go. Couldn't see for a second. Let's go down. This is why I love this build. Although this one's annoying. There we go. The downside of being so super slow is having to deal with all of that right there. See, that was longer than 3 seconds before these next fights came, and I still have this huge damage modifier. That's what I'm talking about with the bug sometimes, where some of the stacks can last longer than 3 seconds. And that's where this is at its best, is when that ends up occurring. And normally seems to happen when you kill enough enemies in a small amount of time. Alright, let's rinse the Broodmother. Oh, I gotta kill the Strixes now. But yep. With the minigun build, Strixes go down super fast. And there we go, we're done. Pretty easy gold, because the gold timer for this one's relatively high. We did it in just over 9 minutes. This is on CT10, but that's also what my average item level is, so
there's a well here.
It ends up working out, but Outriders AP Enoch is definitely a really nice one for this one. Let me go ahead and grab the resources. Ah, I forgot to go ahead and grab a screenshot of what the anomaly power was looking like at the end. But I can always do another one of these, grab the screenshot then, and show it off. And it does seem to be based around killing enemies in a short period of time. How short a period of time is to trigger it, I don't know yet. But considering we are still stacking up, we're now above 40k damage a bullet, which is putting us up at 718k anomaly power. This still works out pretty well. It will still go down, the stack still will disappear, but it just seems to last longer than it should. Because at 3 seconds, most of these stacks should be gone. Like, that was already close to 3 seconds. My damage should be almost back down to normal. And instead, it's still climbing. Alright, quick look. Ended at 809k. 48,000 damage a bullet, 21,000 damage a bullet with the cryo turret. So that's really what we were kind of looking for there in the end. Alright, now I can kind of end this video off. So thank you everyone for coming out. I was able to give a view of how the stacking can still work, even with the nerf on the mod. And I hope people end up enjoying this build, and I hope to see people again out here. Anyway, have a good one everyone. This is Dr. Alejandro, signing out.